Alrighty, what's going on, everybody? Hello, hello. Hello, hello. What is up? How are you? To those who are actually here for JRPG goodness. It still never ceases to amaze me. Number one, that whenever I play a JRPG, that we get much lower attendance. Because as you guys know, JRPGs are near and dear to my heart. I grew up with JRPGs, and they became a staple of my gaming existence. Whenever I get a chance to play a JRPG, I absolutely love it. And I usually don't make them the main focus. It's every once in a while, when there's maybe downtime or there's other stuff that I'm doing, that I'll balance in a JRPG with everything else. Very rarely would I make it like the main focus of all the stuff that I do. You know. And then also, I mean, I'll be honest, I know when I'm going to play a JRPG, we're going to have, lower attendance, which is fine. I'm cool with that. If you guys remember, for 3 months, I was playing Dragon Quest XI, and never did we really get, great numbers or anything for it. But we had a dedicated group of viewers who really enjoyed it, including myself, obviously, because I love to play them. And we ended up having a really good time. 3 months of JRPG fun. And I'm totally okay with that, but it's funny because, like, earlier, you get a troll in the stream, and he's like, wow, so you're playing a JRPG, and look, you only have 90 viewers. And I'm like, well, first of all, I just turned the stream on. Like, I literally just flipped a switch. It's not like people are sitting here chomping at the bit 24/7 for the stream to start. So it's not surprising that, I just turned the stream on, and there's not a lot of people here. But just in particular, because of the game that I'm choosing to play actively today, I kind of knew this would happen. If you guys haven't noticed, I haven't played a lot of Final Fantasy IV lately, and it's a combination of factors. The first is that I've been sick, and being that I'm still coughing, I'm still congested, you can still hear it, right? It sucks, but, these games have a lot of reading involved, even though this version of Final Fantasy IV is the version that has voice-acted major cutscenes and the like. It's still a version that has a lot of dialogue that needs to be read. In particular, today we're going to start off in the Kingdom of Laliho, which is the Dwarven Kingdom. And so we'll be walking around the castle, talking to all the dwarves, and I'll be buying a lot of stuff. And if I remember correctly, there's a few secret rooms in the castle with some interesting stuff in them. I won't spoil, but there's definitely some interesting stuff in this kingdom, to say the least. So we'll be exploring for a good half hour, probably, if not longer, before we even get out to any combat or anything today. And I'll be reading a lot, a lot of dialogue. So I purposely, so far this week, have held off on playing Final Fantasy until a few days past. It just stinks because, as you guys know, getting over this cold, that's been a pretty bad cold. And I suffer from a medical condition called post-nasal drip. For those of you who don't know what that means, it means that I have a kind of, it's not necessarily an imbalance, but I get more mucus, which is gross, okay? And in addition to that, the way that my throat is formed is that said mucus tends to build up overnight, and I wake up in the morning all congested and disgusting. So, here I am. I know I'm going to be doing a lot of talking, in particular on today's stream for dialogue and stuff, and it's like, bleh, it's going to be nasty. But what can I do, I've waited a week. I didn't play, I didn't stream for a week. I got to come back and do it at some point, right? And I'm not going to have this playthrough on hold indefinitely until finally this all clears up, which could take weeks, okay? So it is what it is. Hopefully you guys are here to enjoy JRPG goodness. I know that many of you are people who have swung by for games like Ni no Kuni, Dragon Quest, and the like over the years, Persona 5, and maybe now you're coming back for some more, and that's good. Final Fantasy IV, a game that I grew up with as a kid, it was my first ever major JRPG, and probably tied with Final Fantasy VI for the most amount I've ever played a game. Except for, fighting games are a different entity, but I'm talking about a narrative-based game. I played this game a lot, okay? So, Cactus God says, do you use Flonase? It helps in 4 to 6 weeks. No, because Flonase is incredibly expensive. A bottle of Flonase in the store costs between like $10 to $20, depending on the size of bottle you buy, and it runs out quick. It's a nasal spray. Those things run out quick. So you're talking, for me to use it for 4 to 6 weeks, probably hundreds of dollars. So that's why I can't do it. All I could do is like use cheap decongestants and the like. So it doesn't really help. You know what I mean? I'm probably going to be choking and being congested for the next month, which sucks. But it gets better over the course of the day. It does. Like yesterday, people who joined me for my second stream said I sounded fine. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Excuse me. Because over the course of the day, it actually clears up a bit. It's more at night that it affects me than anything else, so. Alright. So anyway, everybody. Welcome. Today's January 2nd, 2019. Welcome to the stream. 2 streams today, everybody. Full streaming day for you. And it should be a fun one. As I've already stated, Final Fantasy IV here on the first stream. It'll definitely be a more laid-back stream. As you know, this game is turn-based. So, much slower moving than other games. And a lot of dialogue. Today we're going to do a lot of exploration. Actually, in particular, today's going to be a tougher session. What I mean by that is what we're about to do in the game. We're heading into a much more difficult and challenging part of the game. Where the enemy difficulty actually ramps up significantly. And there's a dungeon or two and a boss fight or two coming up that are actually pretty tough. So we'll see how today goes. Another 4 hours of Final Fantasy. Are we near beating this game? No, we're not. Not at all. In fact, from what I'm to remember, I'd say probably today, tomorrow, maybe at least 3 more sessions before we can even get near the end of the main story of the game. Now, I don't know if this version of the game is the version that has a lot of extra content or not near the end of the game. I don't know. Okay. There's also some optional content coming up that's quite challenging in this game, and I'd like to do it, but I'm a little nervous that I may have to grind in order to do it, and I know you guys usually would not enjoy seeing me just walking in circles fighting generic enemies to grind for like 2 hours to prepare for it. So I guess we'll see how things go and go from there, but I do enjoy some of the hidden content coming up in the game, and I think you'll enjoy it, especially because, like I said, I played this game so many times, I know about a lot of the hidden stuff, but at the same time, I don't know how much of a grind it's going to be, so I guess we'll see. But yeah, we're nowhere near beating the game yet. We're probably approximately, I would say, if you're including all the hidden side content, I'd probably say we're about 40% through, maybe up to 50, because like I said, some of the stuff coming up is actually getting pretty challenging. So I guess we'll see. Alright, so Final Fantasy on the first stream here today, guys. And then tonight, more Minecraft chill streaming. Last time I played Minecraft a couple days ago, I did all kind of superficial stuff. I made my house look much better than it previously had looked, okay? And people seem to like it a lot. They were like, wow, that's, looks so much better. This is a really cool stream. So I am, I'm basically going to do kind of the same thing, okay? And see how it goes tonight and go from there. So it should be fun. Maybe I could improve the roof of my house because I don't really have a roof. And then maybe I can work more on enchantments. I don't know what I want to do. I honestly am not sure what I want to do tonight. I guess we'll play it by ear and go from there. But last session was pretty fun, so I'm hoping for more fun tonight. Tomorrow, no streaming. Tomorrow's my day off, which will be good for me, obviously, after being sick and finally having a day off to do some errands, spend time with Kat, and etc. Should be a good day. Then I'll be back on Friday, and Friday's going to be a full multiplayer madness day, okay? All multiplayer gameplay on Friday. For the first time in quite a long time, I'm going to play the multiplayer, standard multiplayer of Call of Duty Black Ops 4, okay? Don't know how it's going to go, but I'm going to give it a shot. So I'm going to do a full session of that on Friday. And then Friday night, I'm going to do some Smash Ultimate multiplayer. So that should be pretty fun. Then on Saturday, I think what I'm going to try to do is make an honest effort to finish up Assassin's Creed Odyssey for good. Because at this point, we've now seen 2 of 3 endings of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Okay? So I think what I'm going to do is on Saturday do a major stream of it, okay? And try to kill all the cultists. At this point, excuse me. At this point, it's pretty much the only major thing left to do in the game. I've done everything else. I fought all the mythical monsters. I beat the arena. I did all the story-based missions. So now it's going to be unlocking the missions that lead to giving us, you know, the information about the cultists so we could kill them. So, yeah, and Lights of Our Soul says you may as well just get the Platinum Trophy. See, I don't know what it entails to get the Platinum Trophy in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. But you're right, like, maybe I just should go for it since I've put so much time into it, 60 hours at this point. Maybe I should just go for it, right? So that'll be Saturday. And Saturday night is up in the air, but I think, I'm trying to remember what I scheduled for it, because I did put something down tentatively for Saturday night. Hold on, because I can't even remember now. So Saturday night, I said more Minecraft. Oh, okay, yeah, probably do more Minecraft. Then on Sunday, as long as everything's going according to plan this week, I think this Sunday, I am going to be doing the game that a lot of people have asked for a while now, a couple months, and I didn't really necessarily get an opportunity to do it. Deltarune. So this is the next game from the makers of Undertale, and it's a game that's free. It's only about 4 hours long, and people have wanted me to play it ever since it released in November, but I was so busy with new releases I didn't have a chance to do it. So, more than likely, I'll probably be doing that on Sunday, and that'll probably be the only stream for Sunday, because Sunday night, it's the first Sunday of the month, which means I got a lot to do. I have to message patrons in order to make sure that they're going to get their perks for the month, start getting them upgraded because they have to start nominating their favorite moments of my 10-year legacy for me to do a retrospective event later this month. But in addition to that, I got some bills to pay, I got other stuff, so, you know. And then, it looks like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday will be streaming, full streaming days. Alright, and what I'm debating doing is starting up a new game next week. The game's either going to be Grand Theft Auto 3 HD, or Dark Souls Remastered, where I'm going to do a magic run, either Sorcerer or Pyromancer, where I'm really going to need your help as a viewing audience, because I don't know anything about doing those in Dark Souls. I've never really done them. So I'm going to need to know, where's the best equipment? Where do I go? How do I tackle certain enemies when I have no physical abilities whatsoever, right? So, yeah. Interesting week coming up. A good variety of content. And I'm looking forward to it. I am. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are looking forward to it as well. Should be a lot of fun. And yeah, you know, good stuff coming up, okay? So I already hear landscapers outside making noise. I'm going to close the window, I guess. I swear to God, I'm not even kidding. They only come by whenever I'm working. Like, if I weren't streaming today, they would be, like, late. Or, you know, if I were streaming late, they would show up late. But on days when I'm actually, everything's good and I'm on time, they're always here in the morning. It doesn't make any sense. Like, they somehow time it for whenever I'm streaming. I don't know how that's possible, but apparently it is. Good Lord. Okay. All right. They're here to tailgate like sports fans, says Golden Colts. Yeah, they're here to shoot they're here to shoot my pollen up into the window as a form of fanboyism. Yes. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I could go into massive detail about how you can support me and the like. The bottom line is, if you're actually here today for a JRPG stream, you're probably part of my hardcore audience. I'm not going to front. I'm not going to be silly. I know that if you're here to watch me play Final Fantasy IV, more than likely you're probably some of my biggest fans and viewers and friends, and I know that. You know, people don't usually come out unless for a JRPG, unless they really are into everything that I'm doing, okay? So that being said, the best way that you guys could support me right now, being honest, would be for you to tip me. Let me explain why. A few things have happened recently that really aren't helping me out too much financially. The first is because that particular person named Tutankhamun came in during the summertime and was throwing, I'm not gonna lie, throwing money around, right? He stopped doing so in October, but sadly a lot of people who were regulars to my stream were like, Phil doesn't need any help because he had so many good months in the summer, which actually wasn't the case. October ended up being my worst month of the year on Twitch, which is pretty crazy because it was the busiest gaming month of the year. So you would think it would be the polar opposite, but it wasn't. And I got paid for that in December, which left me at a serious lack of funds, all right? Then on top of that happening, okay, sadly, I got sick last week, really sick, and couldn't stream for a week. So this was a week when it was a holiday week when typically people come out and are generous and are expecting a lot of content. And I couldn't put out any because I was so damn sick. So it was like the double whammy. So right now, it's the 2nd of January. I don't get paid by Twitch until the middle of January, around the 15th typically. And I have all my bills to pay within the next 2 weeks. Now, I've tried to reschedule some of the due dates for these bills for later in the month, and a few of them I was able to successfully do. That doesn't go into effect until February or March. So I'm pretty screwed right now. You know, I really need help in regards to finances. If you are going to contribute on today's stream, I would ask, please tip me. The reason I ask that is because when you tip me, I get that right away. I'm able to put that right into my bank account and pay bills with it, okay? Once I get over this hump, I'm hoping things will be better for the rest of the year. We'll have to see how things go, obviously. It's based on a lot of things, performance and the like. You know, and, you know, my taxes and everything coming up and how much money I'm able to raise for them and stuff like that. But basically, if you can help me out, I would appreciate it. You know, everything's appreciated. Cheering, subbing, tipping, pledging to my Patreon, buying something from my Teespring store. It all helps, all right? But right now, tipping me is the best way to contribute because it helps me immediately where I can, you know, pay bills with it. And so, please consider it. There's 2 ways to tip me. You can either look below the stream. There's a button that says tip jar. Click on that button. That'll take you to my tips page. Or if you don't see that button, maybe you're on a mobile device, that's fine. You can type !tip into the stream chat, okay? And that'll bring up a link you can click on, and that'll take you to my PayPal tips page. So either way, helps out tremendously. Thank you very much to anyone who does contribute today. In any way, I do appreciate it. But tipping helps the most, okay? All right. That's really it. Like I said, I'm not going to be doing a crazy long plugs. You know, maybe if I eventually I have to, I will. But I'm not going to do any crazy long plugs anytime soon. I've liked doing these shorter plugs recently, and people seem to appreciate it too. Okay? All right. Let's do some shout-outs. We actually started off with Cactus God doing a $5 tip. Thank you, Cactus God, for the $5 tip. That makes you the top tipper of the day. So let's get you up on the leaderboard right away. People over at Curse did a 200-bit cheer and says, we're all huge fans of your channel and love the content you put out. Obviously, this is a parody of what I have said about what Curse was telling me they were saying about my channel, which obviously was very positive. And my contact from Curse when I was a part of their network told me pretty much word for word what the cheer just said. That they enjoyed everything that I did. They had to constantly check my content to see if it violated YouTube's terms of service because I was always being false flagged by idiots. And I never violated anything. And in reality, they did like having me as a partner. So, there you go. 2 Bar King did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you very much, 2 Bar King. Jack Spartacus just hit me $4. Thank you, Jack. He says, been playing JRPGs lately like Dragon Quest VIII on the 3DS and the Hyper Dimension Neptunia Rebirth Limited Edition Trilogy Pack on PC and having fun. TM52 Twitch cheered and said, are you sure you could get the Platinum in Assassin's Creed Origins? I think you need to save Alexios and discover Aspasia as a cultist. Hard to do the previous due to story passing. What about playing Kingdom Hearts 2 again? With help from us. Dark Souls may be difficult unless you get advice. So I played the game and beaten it, including post-game content. Not doing Kingdom Hearts 2. No way. Because I'm playing Kingdom Hearts 3 later this month. There's no way I'm doing any Kingdom Hearts content except that. Okay. In regards to Assassin's Creed Origins, if you actually do need to save Alexios to get the Platinum, I guess I'm not getting it. Because he's dead. And he's dead, and there's no way I can go back to fix that at this point. So maybe I'll just do as much as I can up to that, and I can't do the Platinum then. I don't know. Barong Sama tipped $1 and says, hope this is a good start to the new year for you. Be careful not to get caught unawares or overworked in the new year. A bear market for a lot of streamers. But Barong Sama sends protection against evildoers. All right. Faith in 131 has resubbed for the 22nd month in a row and says classic JRPGs with DSP hype. I love these things. Me too. As I said, JRPGs were a constant form of entertainment, gameplay fun, and a staple of my gaming education almost. You know, when I was growing up in the 1990s, JRPGs were starting to become very prominent in the United States. You know, on the SNES, it was like the big dawning of the era of JRPGs with games like Final Fantasy 2 and 3, which of course were really 4 and 6, but were called 2 and 3. Chrono Trigger, Earthbound. I remember there was the Breath of Fire series, but I never played it. You know, and then moving forward, Final Fantasy 7 on PS1 kind of exploded the JRPG revolution in the West. Then games like Wild Arms and Suikoden, or Suikoden, or however the hell you say it, and many others, you know, that I played over that course of time. And then it was funny because, like I said, for a long time I really was not playing console video games at all besides Street Fighter. And then when I came back, I jumped back into games such as Tales of Vesperia, Infinite Undiscovery, Lost Odyssey, Blue Dragon. So, definitely, you know, JRPGs, a huge part of my gaming history. I absolutely love playing them and sharing them with you guys. It's a little disappointing, obviously, that most of my mainstream audience does not share that affinity with me. I'm well aware, guys, that when I play JRPGs, a big chunk of my viewership isn't here. Alright? It sucks, but it's just reality. You know, like I said, you guys and gals that are here today, I consider you guys my hardcore fans, the ones who are going to be here no matter what I play, and or fans of JRPGs just like me, so we kind of have more of an affinity with each other than, say, the people that just come to see me rage at Dark Souls or, you know, play multiplayer in a game. You know, they're a little bit of a different audience than you guys, right? So, thank you for being here, all right? Thank you very much for being here and being supportive when I'm playing a game that otherwise isn't getting a lot of attention, all right? Maybe I can open my window again because it sounds like they went away. You know what's going to happen? As soon as I start to play the game, they're going to come back. The moment I start to play, they'll be back. Okay. Okay, Raisin Bread is tasty. Did 100-bit cheers. Is any plans to finish Fist of the North Star? I remember you were right at the end, and I've been watching the playthrough on YouTube. It was great. I'd love to see the ending. I could, but at this point, I haven't played the game now since, what was it? Late October, early November. So chances are, if I go to play it, I'm not going to know what the holy hell I'm doing. And the end of the game, as you remember, is incredibly difficult. And I played it for like 45 minutes and still couldn't beat it because I kept dying to an insanely unfair gauntlet of enemies. So more than likely what I'm going to have to do it is go back and buy a ridiculous amount of healing items and then redo the boss fight and then redo all the gauntlet at the end of the game. So, I mean, could I beat it? Yes. At this point, is there a massive demand for it? Probably not. But if people do demand it, I would consider going back and doing it, okay? Hold on, everyone. I gotta blow my nose. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I figured it would probably sound better for me to just mute the mic, you know, rather than you guys hearing me do disgusting nose blowing, right? All right, let's continue on. Ace has cheered and said, if money was not an issue, what is a game that you never have played and would love to either play offline or stream? See, now I'm not sure what you mean, Ace. If you're saying a game that I've never played for stream or for YouTube so far, then I would say games that are, like I said, classic games like Suikoden. The Suikoden series 1 and Suikoden 1 and 2 are great games, and I love both of them. And I played each of them. I think I played Suikoden 1 twice and Suikoden 2 once or twice, and that was it. I think they're both great games. And I would also play Lost Odyssey for sure. And by the way, I have Lost Odyssey right now. It's on my Xbox One. I can play it whenever I want. It's a really outstanding JRPG. But it's very long and very difficult. It's in the same line of games such as right now Final Fantasy IV or Blue Dragon or Dragon Quest. It's kind of the same, but it's very challenging. Like, there's a lot of really tough stuff in the game where you need to really know what you're doing. You need to have your JRPG chops, so to speak. I actually really like the story of the game, and some of the end game bosses and stuff are very challenging and fun. But it's very long, and I know, again, it probably wouldn't get a lot of attention. So one day I'm going to play the damn thing. I swear I will. But if money was not an issue, yeah, I'd probably play Lost Odyssey. If you're talking about games I've never played at all, I have no idea. Because I couldn't tell you what games I haven't played at all that would be fun to play. See what I mean? If I didn't play it, I don't know if it's something I would like, and therefore I couldn't tell you that I would like to play it. See? So in that regard, yeah, I can't really answer, I don't think. Alright, so there you go. Jambrock has subscribed to the channel for the 3rd month in a row. Thank you, Jambrock, the 3-month resub. Let's actually check our sub count so far today. We're at 1774. We actually lost a couple subs. Well, what can you do, right? 'Tis life, as they say. And Golden Colts did a 50-bit cheer and says, you should try Insurgency Sandstorm. I don't know wherever else seen you play a military simulator. No, I don't think I've ever have. I don't think once I've ever played a military simulator. I don't know much about them. So I wouldn't even know how to go about it. And I don't know if I would like it. But Insurgency Sandstorm has been suggested. There you go. Okay. Well, everyone, we're almost ready to go. Oh my god, my stupid throat. And again, I apologize in advance. As you know, JRPGs, I need to read a lot. And I'm probably going to be coughing a lot and clearing my throat a lot. And I apologize for that, guys. What I would like to do is give a shout out to the top 10 cheer contributors of the week so far. Alright, because I am taking tomorrow off. Makes sense to do it today. And then when I come back on Friday. So thank you to these top 10 contributors. In 10th place, it's a triple tie, if you can believe it. So technically it's considered a triple tie for 8th place between Dark Lord Spark, Insomniatic Me, and Royale with Cheese. And they're all tied at 800 bits. Then we got 2Bar King in 7th place. Xbox Gamer, DSPGaming, and Goldry Bluzco tied for 5th place. The Loudest Fart is in 4th place. Super Blind Man in 3rd place. Orcs are Dorks 7 in 2nd place. And sitting in 1st place with a very large cheer last night on the Blackout stream, Cadet Duke. Alright, so thank you very much, everybody, for your contributions this week. Again, I'm just going to remind you up front, if you guys really want to help me out the most you possibly can right now, please tip me during today's stream. Even though I appreciate any contributions, cheering, subbing, tipping, Patreon. Tipping will help me the most because of the financial difficulties I'm having right now. Help me get through this month. So please consider tipping if you at all can. It will help me tremendously, okay? All right. All right, everybody. So that's it. Thank you for the pre-stream. A shorter one, right? Not a lot to talk about today. And just to remind everyone, different setup today. I'm at the PC to play this game. So please be patient with me if we have a few difficulties or whatever. In general, it's been alright. Haven't really had too many so far playing Final Fantasy IV. But you never know when I'm on PC what the hell's going to happen. You never know what to expect. So let's see. Let's see actually what happens today, okay? So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to plug my headphones in. And then get ready. We're going to boot her up and see how it sounds and everything. So thank you, everyone. And let's do this. Let's get the show on the road. Very nice.